So they just have the standard Sherman weapons. Oh, see, there's the V1, and there's a, oh no. Hey guys, remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and hey, go one step further, become a channel member. Any support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, I'm Greyshot17, and today I'm covering a 4v4 on Mignano Gap. We got ourselves a number of key combatants here, and that includes, let's see, we've got on the allied team, D Gaming Nation, Joey GT40, Striker, and Taz, versing Red, TL, I'll just say TL for short. We got ourselves Steel Striker and Kiev. I think that's right. Anyway, as I stated in every replay, if you want to support my channel by sending in replays, submit to my Gmail, gpreplays@gmail.com. My Discord, link is down below. And also by submitting a, hold on, got a drop over here with a Panzer Pioneer. Also by submitting a replay to, there's a co-replay site that takes all replays from high skill levels to your normal everyday folk. So, how will this game go? Well, let's see. We got 2 Doc players and 2 Wehrmacht players versing 2 Brits and 2 Americans. Nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of riflemen, scouts. Oh, hello. We got ourselves D-Gaming going double dingo for a light armor approach. And, okay, he'd even go, like, British armor. He's just doing it. I mean, to be fair, understandable. If you know what you're facing, it can be extremely valuable to have a lot of light armor in the beginning. In this case, he's versing a player that is the Wehrmacht. So, and right now that it's going to take some time for a Grenadier or something to come on in. But a lot of times, a lot of Wehrmacht players don't get a Grenadier immediately. They'll go with, of course, the Kettenkrad and the MG42. So that makes the Dingo, especially if they can pick the MG out in the open, a good choice. Now, it looks like we also have some support by another allied player being Joey G. So they're going to go after TL here and try to capture the south. Why? Well, fuel. There's a lot of good fuel territory in the south you can grab, as well as in the north. Taz is in charge of fighting Red over here, in that case, is just a 1v1. So we already know that this player's gone with the Luftwaffe, dropping in units. Might be a harder fight, especially versus a Luftwaffe player that can satchel any defenses you have in buildings, that can drop in units behind you. So if MG that you have is in good position, it could be outflanked, as well as, of course, all the defenses that this player could place down. Already going with an upgrade to get veterancy bonuses and a grenade launcher, which makes it even more difficult to fight this player when they're constantly blowing you out of good cover. Speaking of good cover, hate to be Striker right now, because he is fighting outside of cover. Although he did kill the motorcycle team, so, you know, small victories. Again, he's trying to decap the point, that's great, but you can always do that behind this car, or, you know, moving one squad up to try to cover. Rifleman is prioritized and neutralized. Scout unit is probably going to try to capture, but again, you're not in cover, so you're not going to win that fight long term. Down south, the Dingoes did win that fight, and remember, because it's light armor and they're healing it, less manpower. So we have here, well, Engineers, maybe they could lose model, but they can just easily heal these Dingoes, which both of them got veterancy. Again, just quickly going over this, this guy got 2 kills, this gentleman got additional tilt. Wow, they both get 2. All right, well, they're being twins about it, and they're pairing themselves up exactly the same, each with 2 kills, but both vet 1. Which makes them even more capable on the front. We also have, again, the Rifleman pushing up. TL is trying to bring up an MG, the Grenadier, Pioneer, etc. But he does have a little bit of a Doc support this time. And again, that's Kiev moving in with Palm Grenadiers, a Panzer Jaeger squad with his AT rifles, and a Panzer Pioneer with a grenade launcher. Up north, we got Taz. These Dingoes facing heavy fire thanks to an MG and the Panzer Pioneer. One squad did retreat, thanks to infantry section. We have additional infantry section coming on up and taking territory, as well as an MG as well, trying to get on up there. Middle seems to be a little bit more chaotic. We do have a quick counterattack going on by Royal Engineers and double Dingoes. Meanwhile, Riflemen are trying to grenade the Panzer Grenadier out of the building. He does get a good grenade right on the exit. Dingoes are now giving chase. Oh, what a move. Double Dingoes, again, can keep up with the retreating forces. And these Palm Grenadiers may be absolutely wiped before they make it down the hill. And that is a prediction that comes true. Nice kills. That's additional, what, 4 or 5 kills for the dingoes. Easy. And once again showing how valuable light armor can be early on, especially when the enemy doesn't have the men for proper coverage of their own men, and allows 2 easy squad wipes. What good teamwork between D Gaming and Joey, right? That's Joey? No, Striker. Striker in mid. Okay. Joey is green down south. And fortunately, he's been also pulverized quite a bit. His riflemen are pulling back thanks to the Doc Blob. They are moving back up. While it was great he got kills, man oh man, the entire south is being neutralized. But, to be fair, is that worth it to potentially lose territory if you can easily gain it back? We'll see. Again, it's a cost reward. I would say losing to a very costly infantry early on, not a great thing for the Axis. And again, this blob, while very potent, also has to deal with double dingoes. They do have AT rifles, right? And there is a decent amount of them. But hit and run tactics by the dingoes could cause them a lot of grief. Meanwhile, again, we still have a lot of riflemen. Oh, okay, so now we also know this man went advanced infantry, so we can put up beacons that cause artillery to rain down these guys if he really wants to. Medical trick is coming on the front to heal them. So again, Kiev will be able to reinforce near the front. We haven't really talked too much about the north in key battles. I've kind of been focusing more in mid, but it looks like we have reinforcements coming in with more Panzer, Fallschirm Pioneers. Again, bringing it up to 3 units, 2 with grenade launchers. And again, we can see here the grenade launchers can be pretty effective at forcing the infantry section out of cover, which is what the goal of those grenade launchers are. It's if the enemy is outside of cover, they are less combat effective. But again, you're talking about additional units supporting, the Grenadier reinforcing and healing thanks to its medic. And again, because he gave them all veterancy, they're all even more potent, stronger, and can easily hold back this infantry section. Though they're not easy pickings either. They have dingo support, they have infantry section with Brens, decent rifles that provide additional sight with the recon ability, and artillery flares that can call in artillery from the base. Good stuff. But it looks like a double axis counterattack in mid. It's going to force Striker back. Steel Striker is going to potentially kill, and they, with Kiev over here, does kill at least 1 rifleman squad. So good work. Excellent work at retaking mid. But as I stated, forces can take certain areas. It looks like we may have a strafe down here. They hit the MG. More riflemen coming on in and hit this from multiple angles. I know they did the big change in the breach, but I would be curious to see if we actually see a breach occur in multiplayer. At the very least, I've not seen in any recent replay the breach, but hold on. This squad is getting close. He does activate the breach. Hold on. It's going pretty damn quick. He's trying to get out, but I don't think... Oh my god, he's not able to, and the MG is picked off as it's leaving the building. Good job by Joey for getting the MG kill right there. So breach, very effective if you can get close. Damn, I never thought I would actually say that. Breach being effective. Damn. Pioneer squad could try to get the pick, but he's down to 2 models. Be pretty damn close with 3 Horseman squad lighting it up. Additional scout units providing support. And maybe Joey's able to get the kill on the MG. Again, those Pioneers did not have a lot of health. They didn't have a lot of models. Come on! Nope. MG is able to get away. Barely, but he's able to get away. Position is decapped, at the very least stopping the Axis from getting it. And he's going to pull back. Meanwhile, it looks like pressure is still being placed on Taz in the north. He lost... Oh, wait, hold on. He didn't lose. The enemy lost a lot of Panzer Pioneers. It's a British counterattack of some type. Polton took some heavy losses, but excellent job killing those Fallschirm Pioneers. And also nice mortar hits. Knock out the MG. Okay, another kill. It looks like we have recon flying overhead. Hopefully giving... oh, wait. Medical half-track could pick that up. Let's see if he's going to. AT gun is moving on up. He probably wants to get that up before additional frontline forces from Taz moves on in and takes over, and they start actually pressing. Because right now there's no like frontline unit that is going to hold against a big allied counterattack. All right, looks like middle is being locked down. Again, nice grenade on the exit. hitting the rifleman. Not as effective as another grenade we've seen, but still, at least it forces him back. Squads are still recruiting in my eyes. Again, we have a lot of palm grenadiers moving down. Again, no 6-man squads as of yet. British forces have been backed up by a Stuart. We do have a Stu D, a Martyr. We have, again, the half-tracks with the Stummel. So it's not that the Axis have no light armor. Infantry section lighting up the Panzer Pioneers, driving them away. Allied forces at least are able to push back the Axis. But again, looks like, again, all that armor is moving on up. Double Stummels are going to hit the riflemen. Again, it would be preferable if they had something to see a target from farther. Hit that target from maximum range, just keep laying on fire. But at the very least, they do have a lot of light armor that is good against infantry, which will make it difficult. But the Allies have Stuarts, and if they give chase, they could easily put a lot of pressure on this light armor. Alright, we still got the Dingoes on the field of all things. British have not recalled them. They've kept them on the front. And now we have additional palm grenadiers moving in. A Martyr to back them up, so the Stuarts will have a real rough time trying to close the gap. Grenade does hurt the Stug, but really it's nothing too major. Stug's able to pull back. By the way, give a little shout out to TL, putting down caches. 15 munitions total, so additional 5. We have another fuel point being taken here. In the north, Red is taking over a good chunk of the fuel, which is really helping the Axis out right now. 3160 versus 2518. Damn. Medical truck is healing the Panzer. Falchion Pioneers and the MG being hit by the Polton. Damn, Polton is shredding. Good kills. Alright, apparently don't underestimate the Polton. It's absolutely paying for itself. Oh my god, he's gonna pick it up. Nope, it immediately, he retreats? Go! Oh, he retreats because the MG is taken. Oh, what a move. Taz takes the MG42, is now using it against Red. Red, again, still has some units that can hit it, but still, that's an MG42 taken. Oh, wow, infantry section backing them on up. Love to see it. Absolutely love it. We have Indian artillery being picked, by the way. The Australian battle group being chosen, but again, so far no caches down for the Allies, but that makes sense. Allies have been consistently pushed back in the middle and south pretty far, so putting a cache is hugely detrimental, but looks like maybe a small area of light coming on in on the Allies' chances of success, with the north being taken and the south being taken, which is a lot of territory, which is very important. Engineer squad does get picked off by the Palm Grenadiers, so at least with their MG42s, they're doing some good work. MG34s. Anyway, nice hit with the AT gun, hits the Stummel. Another Stummel backing it up, but again, not a huge army by TL. Again, I'm assuming the caches have taken its impact. I'm assuming losses have also impacted their men. Hold on, Martyr's charging with these Palm Grenadiers, but they're being hit by a flank of Joey's Riflemen. Double grenades could do quite a bit of damage to those Martyrs if, yeah, engine crippled. One more grenade or one hit from anything could kill it. Meanwhile, the Blob is retreating. Oh, Stuart smelled blood in the water. And they're going after the Stummel that was repositioning. Martyr trying to reposition. But alas, I think it's not going to work out for him. Kill the weakling. There it goes. Stuart's, I love it, pulling back to make sure that they can hit the Martyr from inside and rear. Double shot brings it down to about 55% health. One more shot from the Stuart will kill it. Oh, they miss, and the last shot does get the kill. Stu D maybe next on the chopping block. We don't have grenades, so again, Rifleman did use them. Or the fact that Joey doesn't have enough, maybe munitions wasn't there. Still, I would say it's a huge loss for Orange, losing so much light armor, or just armor in general, against D Gaming. So excellent work right there. And the Stuarts are alive and well, healing. So they should be back up and combat ready here in just a moment. Don't get me wrong, it's still going to be an uphill battle. Literally an uphill battle. As Steel Striker has plenty of infantry, anti-armored units, and anti-infantry units with the flak filling to suppress forces. Plus, it does have a additional shot that could penetrate light armor to make it more difficult, but he's going to pull away and does take 2 shots on himself. So don't expect that coming in to fight against the Stuarts with maybe the Panzerjäger squad being that like stopgap, so the Stuarts can just charge in and kill the flakverling. But he's gonna pull back, most likely heal this and potentially reinforce via the medical truck. But I spoke too soon. As Kiev pulls back his medical truck. Now, Red seems to be gaining some forces. We did see earlier that he did get the tank upgrade, and he has additional side armor for the Panzer IV. He's going to hit the MG. His own MG, by the way, that Taz took. Gurkhas are lying in wait on the other side of the buildings for any poor, unfortunate grenadier that decides to charge into the buildings. He can jump in and open fire with Thompsons. Infantry section are good long range. Again, taking the fuel point over here. The Allies are doing a hell of a lot better with fuel compared to the Axis right now, though munition points is pretty close. Infantry section, unfortunately, missed the rifle grenade. Airstrikes are now coming on in, thanks to the Luftwaffe's strike, but Grenadier is very low. Nice grenade, does hit the infantry section, forcing it back. Gurkhas, though, tearing apart the the Volscian Pioneer. But yeah, they get the kill. Airstrikes are, though, hitting the infantry. Luftwaffe airstrikes are doing some work, but they aren't turning the tide. Because, again, there's still an AT gun here. We still have infantry section that can fire, yep, an AT grenade that will harass the Panzer IV. Additional shot, Pens. Panzer IV down under 50%. Nice infantry section grenade. Neutralizes the AT gun. A lot of stuff here that can be picked up by Taz in the near future with his, wait, I'll say Polton. By the way, Vet 3. Hot damn. Does he actually have a... No, he does not have a 4. I'm so sorry. I thought he did have a medical truck on the front, but he does not. That could be useful. Taz went Indian artillery. Joey went that. What am I missing? Is it Striker? Oh, they both went advanced. Okay, so Striker has advanced. I think we saw that with a, was it the artillery scout? And then... Okay, Joey's also gotten that. All right. Meanwhile, we do have a counterattack going with D-Gaming in mid. His Stuarts are still there, but infantry section have taken a lot of hits. He probably wants to pull them back or get them healed. We have a Flak 36 in mid, so Stuarts are probably not going to push up unless they drop smoke or something, because they would be torn apart by the big guns. Flak 36 was notorious for destroying allied armor left and right with great accuracy and high amounts of penetration that could pen even the Queen of the Desert. But yeah, Stuarts take one shot, one more would have killed it, and are like, yo, no, we're not dealing with that. Airstrikes are causing some damage to the Axis forces, but nothing too substantial. Potential counterattack in the south with a Brumbar hitting the infantry, Strasstruppen as well. But there's just a lot of infantry units coming on in. Stu D taking a lot of hits from the Stuarts of all things. Again, Stu D not exactly an armor killer, so it's not much you can do, though I will give credit. Good kill on knocking out, looks like double AT guns here from the Allies. Looks like we have some big guns being laid upon this sector. Again, we have armored support. I'm assuming that is going to be infantry. Yeah, we have the Italian infantry with the Obice shots. And also we have ourselves... wait, did they? No, what am I missing? Oh, Tio going terror. There we go. Wait, Tio went terror? Yeah, Strasstruppen. Were these MGs camouflaged at all? I may have missed that. Oh, Flak 36. God damn it. Well, hold on. Flak 36. Again, 88 guns. Holy shit. Allied air power, though. Gets a good strike while I kind of covered it. But yeah, the 88s are doing a lot of work. But yeah, in the game, the designation for the unit is the Flak 36 Anti-Tank Gun Team. So, in case anyone wonders, like, why do I say Flak 36? Because also the Doc have, like, a Pak 38, and the Germans have a Pak 40. Sorry, the Wehrmacht. So, again, sorry, some names are kind of go. And I know, like, people be like, oh, there's Strasstruppen, and people say other names. So I'm just going to go Strasstruppen to keep it clear. Anyway. Artillery's hitting this sector. Nice idea with the tractor to reveal where enemy units are coming from. Unfortunately, artillery's hitting the flak, and he probably wants to be picked up by the medical to reposition, because you don't want to be, you know, neutralized and have a big gun like that go to waste. A lot of infantry did advance and take this territory, so good job there. But looks like a lot of the Allied focus is in the south. By the way, again, I will give credit. Caches are all along the Axis front. That's a lot of resources they're getting over the Allies, but Allies are still keeping decent pace. It does help that Taz has the north. His Matilda, he did get the Queen of the Desert, the Matilda. With backed up by some good infantry. Even infantry section with the grenade launcher from the the Falchion Pioneers. So, good work there. Victory point wise, again, it's a very close. Though it does appear that the Axis actually have more victory points for the time being. Though the Allied attack in the south may change that. Panzer IV and Brumbar pulling back as Riflemen advance, providing some additional sight for the Hellcat so it doesn't charge on in and get within range. Slowly driving the enemy back. Good shots all around. We have a Panzer III and a Stug, but it's being hit by a Crusader in the south. All thanks to D-Gaming. Panzer III actually losing the fight against the Crusader and does lose that fight. Stug D trying its best, but what is it going to do? It has more an assault gun attachment. Hellcats potentially seeing an opportunity to help kill the Stug. Moves on in, but staying close enough where the Panzer IV could still be hit by the Hellcat, and that's exactly what happens. Good side shot from the Hellcat. Red is gearing up a counterattack, by the way, with multiple Panzer IVs and a half-track. Unfortunately, the infantry is being targeted, and Gurkhas are, again, just shredding Red's infantry. Even the Strasstruppen are having trouble keeping up. Foot guards move on in, which can help keep the armor at bay. That's an expensive unit loss right there. Damn. Panzer IVs, though, light up the Gurkhas and do get some really impressive shots on them, driving the enemy away. Foot guards are trying to pull back, but still decap the territory. Down south, it's a smorgasbord of retreating Allied forces as we have Collins coming on in. Is that a... wait. Oh! We have a Stuka bomb that was dropped. And, yeah, it did kill at least one infantry unit. More riflemen coming on in, but the Crusaders do need heals. So they are out of action. By the way, good job at least. Again, still decapping the territory. So, as much as maybe, you know, the Axis are losing force here and there, I will give credit. They are constantly trying to decap the enemy. And if they could, I mean, cut off lines or keep the enemy on their toes, and in a situation where a cache would be not viable, especially when they have cheap caches, that is really hard to stomach for Allied players. And again, I do like the rapid response we are seeing from both sides. All the players seem to be realizing, like, okay, if we hit here, we can move a lot of forces, then pull back. So it's a very mobile, fluid game, and I really like that. Crusaders hitting the south, but we have an AT gun, the Flak, the Pack, not Flak, the Pack 38, driving the enemy back. Did that Flak 36 survive, by the way? Oh, not only did it survive, there's a second one being dropped in the south. Damn. I will say there's a lot of armor that is scattered about. Again, armor like this, because of the recent patches, are harder to destroy because you can't just send a vehicle running through if they're equal size. Hold on, nice grenade, stuns it. Massive counterattack coming on in. But hold on, I hear a V1 potentially dropping on in. But Crusaders aren't going to let that Panzer IV go. Airstrike comes on in, gets the kill. And it looks like a V1 strike was called in. Steel Striker, I don't know where it hit, to be very honest. And now that I know there's a V1, I'll switch over to an Axis player, so that way I can see where the V1 comes on in. But I'm sorry, the Crusaders were more important. They killed the Panzer IVs and declawed Red's army. He still has another Panzer IV, but instead of 3, he's down to 1. That's really going to help Taz. Really it does, because that allows his armor to now move in. A lot of Matildas and such. Allied forces from Stryker did move on in. Looks like artillery is helping to kill a lot of this stuff. God damn. That's all thanks to advanced infantry. Yeah, there's an artillery call in he could use. Looks like we have additional strikes in this sector. Alright, nice bombing run. It wasn't the double, but it was strong enough to kill at least the medical truck. Flak 36 is injured, though not knocking out, but how are you going to reinforce it with the medical truck gone? Matildas, though, are pushing in. Flak 36 is decrewed. And I love the skins on those. That's really nice. Oh my god. Taz is like, hey, I heard you talking smack about Matildas. Let me show you how good they are. Black 36, though, is going to start penning those Matildas. And yeah, getting shot after shot in the side armor, easily pushing them back. Though, because of the placement, can't really hit the retreating Matildas. Though, if he moved out further, he might have. Airstrikes come on in to hit the flak. And should kill the Flak 36 with the air burst, thanks to the Indian artillery. Brumbar and Panzer IV come on up to help against the inbound infantry. But we also have Shermans. Now, it looks like these Shermans aren't upped with their, guns. So they just have the standard Sherman weapons. Oh, see, there's the V1. And there's oh, no. Lots of Shermans pulling on in. Now, it looks like they realize where the strike from the V1's coming from. But because they pulled away, that actually helps the Axis because it allowed the armor to get away, whereas the Allied armor had to pull back. Black 36 is still alive, and it's still hitting the Crusaders where they can. I love how that shot went through one Crusader, hit the one behind it. Makes perfect sense if you don't think about it. But all three Matildas did make it out and back up north. The Crusaders are all still alive, so both Taz and D-Gaming have a very good armored force. Look, Matildas aren't going to win if you have 3 Panthers in a direct confrontation, but coming down against an area like this where they don't have a lot of AT, there isn't a lot of big armored tanks. Yeah, and also your main opponent has been essentially routed because he decided to go send his armor elsewhere and wasn't paying attention. Good stuff. Chat saying other games you can fire through the tank and hurt it. I don't doubt it. Played a bit of Metal War, so I know what you're talking about. But yeah, CoH3, it's like, if it hits a target, it hit a target. If it's more like an area of effect bomb, it will hit everything. Like, I've seen a tank shot hit a tank and hurt a lot of the stuff. Steel Striker calling his team an idiot. What? Oh, shit. Red has been removed from the game. He is now taken over by AI, so everything is currently halted. So we'll see what happens now. Matildas are pulling back. But again, at least the north is secure. Now, Axis have been doing okay up until this point. They're really going to have to keep the pressure going if they want to deal... Oh, wait, we have tank traps going down? We do. Okay, so he's just going to... Wait, or were they destroyed earlier? Okay, I thought he was laying down tank traps. Or am I just crazy? No. Okay, maybe they were there and they were destroyed. Alright. Either way, losing a player is rough. But maybe, just maybe the Axis can still pull through this if they combine effort. Because it is tough. 3v4. But again, oh, they're destroyed. Thank you, chat. We got the tractor as well that was like... Looks like injured pulling back. A lot of Panzer IIIs moving in. Hopefully they've been increased in health and upgunned for additional penetration. Speaking of upgun, the Shermans were given 76 guns. That can be done, by the way, now in the base. Whatever shot hit them did barely anything. Strauss Trooper trying to hold back the infantry, but here comes the Panzer IIIs. Do they have special shots? I'm not sure. I don't know where the V1 is coming down on. Sir, I think the V1, whoever was dropping that one was drunk because they didn't hit anything. Like, the blob just moved over. I don't know. We have a strike coming on in the MG. Riflemen are suppressed. MG, again, there's 2 MGs, so while great job, you hit 1. By the way, you still haven't upgraded that, so it's not going to neutralize, it'll just hurt. Oh, wait! We have some airstrike coming on in. Nice shot with the flak. Hold on. Yeah, the artillery is hitting that choke point, and we have 2 Shermans down. Stryker losing a lot of his attack power. Flak 36 just tearing apart the Shermans. Again, and now there's a carcass here, so you may think, oh, that's not big a deal. But armor can't break that. You need a heavy tank, which allies might be harder to do. So that's going to make it even more difficult to push. Oh, I love it. Down south, we have a lot of armor battles. So much destruction down here. Crusaders, Panzer III, Hellcat being neutralized. And looks like Joey losing a lot of his attack power. He still has a Sherman, 2 Shermans, and okay, he's down to a Sherman and a Hellcat. Oh my god, so many Panzer IIIs are also down here. So I'm assuming that's a lot of TL's forces that got pulverized. So quick refresher, we still have the 3 Matildas, 2 Shermans and a Hellcat, another Sherman and a Hellcat, and 3 Crusaders. By the way, those Matildas are pushing into the enemy base, given the fact that really there's not much resistance in the north. Meanwhile, Palm Grenadiers are pushing in against all the armor that's like grouped up right there. If we had a direct strike, that would be incredibly potent, but alas, we do not. 18 grenades could be thrown. The Black 36 might neutralize a Sherman. Again, that would be a nice little win. Yeah, and it does. Which is going to throw Stryker again further into the pit. Because while he has plenty of manpower, fuel is not exactly in a lot of supply. It's not in great supply. So don't expect a lot of Shermans just being pumped out anytime soon, especially with that fuel. Now, the problem also, I will say, with the Matildas is the fact that they're not exactly the fastest. So if the Axis did send a quick response force to overwhelm these Matildas, there's no infantry support. I don't see mines or anything. So it is something to potentially keep in mind for this sort of play. It's cool that you're on the enemy's doorstep, but also the enemy can quickly respond because you're right on their doorstep. And it looks like they may be gathering forces. We have a Panzer III, a Command Panzer IV, some type of strike coming on in. Okay, Strasstruppen are taking the point. Victory points are still pretty close, with about 270 to 290. Hellcat moving on in. Tiger has been tearing forces apart. Flak 38, Pack 38 and Tiger is going to hit this Hellcat and neutralize it. Stryker, again, losing units to just miscellaneous stuff. Just, Now, again, wait, Creeping Barrage comes on in, does kill the 88 gun. But if an infantry section are taking this point, all thanks to Taz now having to take half the map under his control. Someone says, oh, TL has 2,000 manpower. Ladies and gentlemen, I think he's saving up for a King Tiger. I mean, okay, cool, but that's not exactly a great thing to save up for when you can save up and get other stuff. Panzer III and, both Panzer IIIs being neutralized by the Matildas. Because, yeah, I said a fast response force could overwhelm these guys, but luckily, Matildas just backed on up and they just went straight at them. They just literally went straight at the Matildas where they have good front armor. They didn't come in from the side to stop the retreat or hit the rear armor or hit the side armor. Again, don't fight Matildas in the front. They have really solid front armor for their cost. The better thing to do would be hit from the side and have infantry pin them down, or coming from the back. But yeah, right now Taz is using them very effectively. So long as they're attacked from the front, Matildas can hold their own very well. But there we go. We got ourselves a surrender by the Axis. It looks like they just were losing too much and fell apart. Again, I think after that last attack, they realized, like, oh shit, we don't have enough, and we're just decide to end the game there. All right. Let's see right now. Let's double check overall kills. And first off, we have Red, which again, I think Red had some good attempts, but yeah, his armored push was unsupported, did not go well, and just absolutely fell on its face. Matildas, again, solid stuff. Yeah, Taz, they did extremely well, and they can't complain. Cannot complain about the power of the Matilda at all. Meanwhile, infantry section got some good kills. Didn't lose any of them. Double checking, not seeing anything here of note. Sherman's, yeah, not really much. Just some losses there. Rifleman did okay. So again, nothing too big for Stryker. He did lose a lot of his armor. That's the one thing. Now, Kiev, Palm Grenadiers, 26 kills, 1 vehicle. Flak, again, 4 vehicles killed. Not too shabby. Stu Deed, yeah, nothing much. Oh, Crusaders, 7 vehicles. Did lose a couple, but still, nothing to sneeze at. FG Section 24. 45 for the Straw Troop and only 1 loss. Okay, good infantry killers. But again, just nothing remarkable about vehicle kills. The Axe is just not really good in that front. Lot of, okay. 1 loss for the Hellcat. Again, nothing too major here. Rifleman, again, okay stuff. So, again, nothing too crazy, but I still like this game. I still thought it was overall good. Taz did a good job of just causing Red enough damage. Red, I think, had a good idea with his Panzer Force pushing in, but just wasn't supported. And then as soon as... maybe you shouldn't send the guy that's holding the flank to assist in a push in mid, because once he was gone, Taz had free reign in middle and back. There was some good I think there was, one good V1 strike, I think, based on what the guy said. But, yeah, I think, honestly, the constant pushes by, like, Steel Striker and other players in, like, mid was the real, like, bane for the Allies. TL got top damage and top kills on the Allied side. By the way, Taz submitted this game. Thank you, Taz. Top damage and top kills. Again, I thought that you did really well in your position. You held the fuel. You regained the initiative in the north once it was a little bit in jeopardy. You destroyed the enemy forces. And when the enemy was vulnerable, you didn't wait, you advanced. And that really helped Striker, D-Gaming, Joey regain the initiative on their front and helped get some good stuff. But yeah, also, yeah, that's a fair point. The Polston did get some good hits in chat, so you're right there. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments below if I do put this on YouTube. It's Greyshot17. I'll see you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support in helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.